We're in England looking at a 1970s price guide to Victorian furniture. We all know that the prices have gone on a roller coaster on brown furniture, but I'm just going to flick through it to find things of interest. So paper mache was big, as we know, somewhat forgotten now. Jennings and Bettridge is the firm everyone wants. This was from. This is showing scenes of Windsor Castle. Gothic. It'll be neo-Gothic or Gothic revival. Indian, Davenport. That's Anglo-Indian. I think Anglo-Indian stuff is really good and dirt cheap, and a lot of the stuff is going to India. There's so much of it around that no one wants. It's incredible. This is I'm going to read you what it says. A perfectly good oak bureau of the 18th century, utterly ruined by a Victorian medievaliser. So it's a beautiful plain bureau, and because the fall is above the drawers, and there's no drawer between the drawers and the fall, there's a gap. That means it has a well inside it. So you pull the fall down, there'll be a sliding top to a well, and they've carved it to make it look medieval. American desks. They were very good at desks. Roll-top desks come to mind. This is Burmese. I think that you can call that Anglo-Indian as well, really. They are intricately carved and decoratively difficult, but if you want to do an Indian room, then that's good stuff to get. There is an Indian room at on the Isle of Wight in the house the Queen Victoria had, and the Victorians actually had Indian themed rooms. This table is made of 4 stuffed camel legs, and the author says a horrifying table with 2 candlesticks to match, and the candlesticks are goats' feet. Okay, Burmese chair. Folding screens. So we forget that we had lots of folding screens and fire screens. The idea of a fire screen was to protect someone sitting down. These pole screens meant that someone could sit near a fire, and they would place on a sliding pole the screen to cover the face. So if you were a lady and it was cold and you had all your clothes on, you would want to sit by the fire, but you would not want the heat on your face, because it would burn your face and it would make your makeup run. So that's why pole screens were in nearly every Victorian home. Overmantels from Shulbred. He had a factory, and his stuff is really good. Girondoles, glasses, mirrors, toilet mirrors, dressing table mirrors. Teapoys, these are for storing tea. They're for storing tea and mixing tea. There's often a glass section for mixing tea. They were locked because tea was something that would be stolen by the staff. Wonderful things. Dressing tables, again, big thing. Wardrobes, compendiums, linen presses, pot cupboards. These are cupboards to put in a bedroom or in a ordinary room for someone to keep a chamber pot in. And the posh ones have got marble linings or metal linings, but most haven't. And that's one, and that one have a pull-out drawer. That one has one that pulls out to the bottom. This one here, you pull out the front 2 legs, and there is a section which holds a chamber pot. So you go to the toilet in these devices, and the next morning the servant takes them outside and chucks it away. These here are to keep chamber pots in, and on top there would be a big bowl for washing in and a big jug for water. This is what people have to do. Dressing tables. Designs. As I say, wardrobes, linen presses, beds. Beds with canopies. This is a half tester, meaning it's half covered. A full tester would be totally covered. And there's varieties of iron beds, children's beds, Canterbury's. That's a paper mache one. 1860. All the ordinary Canterbury's, which are beautiful things, but not worth much anymore. Whatnots. Corner whatnot. Boule. You can see that there's so much variety in English furniture. Savonarola chair. Piano stools which have a adjuster, so they're revolving. Couches, chaise lounge. Suites of upholstery. Sewing boxes or work tables. This bottom bit would slide. Keep your wool in it. The drawer would be have sections, so you keep your pins, thread in it. So there's so much variety. It's incredible to be reminded. Card tables. Dining room tables, tilt top. That's a loo table. Loo is a card game, that's a card table. Wine tables. Tripod tables. Sutherland tables. French style. Chest of drawers. Library furniture. I've sold one of those recently, well, not recently, and it's so heavy. Comes with 2 sections. So heavy. So these old books are interesting, and the thing about this book is it's just reminding me of the variety. I'm tending to sort of lock onto chest of drawers and things for the modern home, that things that people want, but there's so much stuff that was made for the house. The problem area really in this book here is the upholstery. A lot of Victorian upholstery has odour problems and pest problems and damage, and once you take the upholstery off to replace it, often the frame is weakened. And it's expensive to revive them, but upholstery was a really big thing. But you hardly ever see upholstery for sale nowadays in antique shops because it's such a difficult thing to find a home for. Okay, sorry about the background noise.